Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. How are you? Okay, so this was an exciting experience related to the product pricing condition analysis. And we have been experimenting different ways to achieving the same thing. And it is shown, and we learned that Excel is full of such functionalities which we can explore of our own, and we can do plenty of things and keep on learning more ways and so when you have a variety of ways of doing one thing, then you have the leverage. You have got the opportunity to find the best thing at a given point of time. What is going to suit to you? Which way you would like to do? So you get empowered and you get more choices to do. And with your experience, you would learn that in such a situation, what is the most appropriate way of doing of achieving something. For example, in our ongoing example here, we have seen a number of ways to achieving this, that you have got the product names, you have got the transactions date. These two things you have got the product name and on the transaction date, right? So the product was sold or bought, or there were transaction with respect to this product on these transaction dates, right? And then you have more products, means this is one product and X, Y, Z, so many products are there, and with each you have a transaction date. Now, on the basis of this data, you want to work out some solution that on this given date, what is the current sale price and what was the last month price based on this transaction date. So you have got the pricing table with you, in which the products are mentioned and the pricing conditions are mentioned, that these are validity from and to is given, and the sale price, right? So this is a very short table as compared to the transactions. It is just 49 rows in which all the pricing conditions you have, or you may have further, you can, but that is going to be very concise and very short as compared to our normal transactions, because there each transaction has one entry, and you may have thousands or millions of transaction entries, right? Whereas this pricing condition, and this is supposed to be a very short one, since you have got the from and to. This is the period for which for a given product, this pricing, what price? This is the price, $13.42. That is valid from this date to this date. And for the same product, we have revised it from the 1st of August to the 22nd of September. This was the second price, and later on it was further revised, and so on. So the condition is that this has to be sorted first. Okay, this has to be sorted in a otherwise the lookups will bring the wrong miscalculated figures, right? So you have to have a key in which the product is concatenated with the valid from date, right? So valid from date is appearing 45,084. This is done by the system, right? We don't enter 45. We just say concatenate A2 to B2, A2 to B2. So this is the result. Whatever this result, don't worry about that. This is going to play as a key to come up to reach to a particular date. Okay. So this was the recap. And then we have many ways to get these things. You may use a certain formula, but there have to be some basic arguments which have to be on the same row. Like, for example, on a given date, you would need a formula that would make the last day of the last month and the first day of the last month. Yeah. And here, for example, this is 7. If on this transaction date, the last day of the last month and the first day of the last month, means since it is 10th, so the 10th of June is the first day for the last month, right? because of because we are standing at 10th of July, so 10th of June. So this is simply a formula which you can work out, okay? And as you can also write a code for it to work it out for you, okay? But our topic is actually these two things, that we will focus on this. Now, in our previous video, we showed you to develop your own function, just like sum, average, or mix, min or max, and as the simple as the built-in function provided by Microsoft Excel. So Microsoft was kind enough to provide to empower its user to develop your own functions, whatever you may need. So very simple thing, not a rocket science. All you need to do is go to the editor, Alt F11, a VBA editor, create a function, give it a name, and write a algorithm or simplest algorithm, which will have the arguments and it will calculate it. The issue is that when the transactions are large number of transactions, it will slow down. It will slow down the calculation process. So it is going to take plenty of time for you. Sometimes for a large set of data. For example, you delete it, right? For 1 or 2 rows, it won't mind. It will come immediately. I have intentionally saved only 1 row and the rest, right? So as soon as you enter this formula, right, it takes a second and brings you the result immediately. Okay, let's copy this to somewhere else in the same set of data. For example, here we want, for example, here. Okay, so this is for x, so it comes from here. But when you copy this formula all together, so it slows down the system, right? Obviously, it is going to do the algorithm which you have written for each and every entry, and that is of course going to cost a lot of time, right? So you see, it is working, and it took some time to work out these 2,548 calculations, right? So it took some time. Similarly, the more you extend the size of this sheet, the rows, means the tables or the set of data is increased, so the time will take, it will take more. But you can still speed it up. Now, today's topic is that how to speed up this so that it does not pay a load and it becomes simple. So we have already learned it that using VBA we can automate these things and replace it in a value, right? So what we will do, we will write this formula in the manner as we wrote before, right? So let's go to the button in which we wrote. Actually, this was the hard-coded formula was written. The Excel formula was written, and it was value pasted. Then the other formula, this was the last month formula was written and value pasted. That's it. Only this thing is being done with this button. Now let's write a new function in which most of the things will be the same. So let's copy this from inside and write it as a new. Let's write a new sub, right? And we say it my sale price procedure, right? You can write anything, you can give anything. So it's a procedure, right? You're writing, okay, and you're copying it. It is the same. Now, this is fine. It is going to the TP sheet first and sorting it because sorting is important, necessary to be done. Okay, and then it is coming back, right? It is coming back to your transaction sheet, right? So first of all, okay. So this is where it has come. Now it is taking the LR, that's fine. And now let's use X as a starting row. So let's take it 2. 2 is the starting row, and we will write a do while loop, do while X is less than or equal to LR. That is the last row we have, huh? And we put loop. And each time the loop is completed, what we do, X is equal to X plus 1, right? And each time it is doing, it is in this loop, we want this formula is not only to be written, but paste value as well. Alt F11. So, right. So here we will write for the formula. This is our formula. So we paste it for temporarily here. Okay, this is the hard coding we will remove. We will replace it with X, right? And what else? And we are going to write this formula, right? So, okay, so this is C. This is right. Oh, that's right. Okay. We take this. Okay. Is equal to this. We remove all these things. Okay. And yeah. Okay. We remove all these things. Okay. Now what formula we want? We want this formula. Where? In the C column. In the column C. Okay. So in the C column, so let's make it simple. Yeah. If dot formula is equal to, and we put control V in there, and we remove these two with X, and X. We have removed this, right? Also, we want to remove this as well with X. Okay. So we put this here, close it, we and this is X, and then we put and here, and press it. So this way, we have removed the hard coding, well, which was here. It is the same formula as written in here. This was only for the row 2. Now this is for each time when the row is changing, it is going to adjust it, right? So let's add this. Let's see as soon as it happens, and then we will do the value paste as well. Okay. So let's try running this and see how does it work. Okay. Okay. This is the first thing it does, and then yeah, it has executed it right correctly, right? That's right. It has written it. Now what it is supposed to do, hang on, we have to stop it. For example, where is it has actually written. Okay, it has not come to this breakpoint. So let's see what has gone wrong. So what we do, we press F8, F8, huh? So it is now going to sheet, right? Okay. Then it is okay. It is doing its job, but what it is doing is it is not refreshing the screen. Okay. So let's stop it. And what we do, we close it down, and this is all we have done. Okay. So let's start it again. Alt F11. That's fine. Means this happens when you do the experimentation. You put a breakpoint at a proper time, place, so that you know that what is happening. We put a breakpoint in here, right? And we play it here. Yeah. It is doing this job. It is sorting, and now it is coming in here. Okay. So it has done the sort, and where it is standing, it is not visible at the moment, maybe due to our graphical display. So let me check it out, and we tell you what. Yeah. So as you can see that the process took quite long while calculating it, and it was not possible to break it until it completes, because you are using the custom function, your own self. When you use this function, it is beyond means you cannot put a breakpoint, and you cannot do that. So the best thing is that you do the copying of it later on once this whole thing is completed, right? So all you need to do is you write the formula in the same manner as we did before, and we will copy it later. So we put this thing in outside the loop, and rather there is no need for the loop at all, right? uh, you can straight away, since you have got the starting row, that is 2, right? The starting row is 2, and then you put a colon and say this, and this is the ending row, right? We write LR, yeah, right. So this is B2, yeah. So this is actually B2, right? And A2, B2, and then comma. I'm sorry, this is A2. You don't need any variable in here. Okay, so simple as that. That you write a formula in the same manner, and then you select the same thing to copy, and then paste value into away, right? And for the same range, you are supposed to do the paste special and value, so that the formula is done, so that it would not hamper your calculations, and right. So this is how you are supposed to do. Let's try running it and to see that how it works. Let's let's remove all these data. Okay. And now we run it right from here. We put our cursor inside and we play. Right? So it is done quickly and no load on the system. And now these are figures. Your target figures have already reached. The same thing we do for the last month price, right? So the last month price, we need this A2 and F2, right? First of all, the F2, instead of B2, it is going to be F2 and A2, right? So let's write this as well. We write another formula in here. The A2 will remain there. B2 will be replaced with the F2 and the same function. It's but the location will be D to D. Hello, that's right. And here the copying will be from C2 and D2, right? And C2 to D. Hello. So this is how you are going to do this. Okay. So this is going to be replaced. That's right. Okay. So let's put a button in here, or you can associate the same button with this formula. Okay. So we assign this to my sale price pro instead of click button. Okay. So now this time it is let's remove all this, and we see that what happens when we run it. Okay. So it has brought both the things with so quickly, no tension, no problem, and it brings all the information, right? This is all the 2000 rows are completed. So this is how you can further make improvement in your algorithm to bring this your target information which you want for your analysis of the trade price uh, pricing condition analysis. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and see you in our upcoming videos, and we will show some more exciting things. Thank you very much for joining.